Hi, starting on this project here. This is a recent kit that I picked up from, well, it was sold at Wonderfest, but I picked it from Quest Q. So, this kit. Pop out. The instructions, throw the box somewhere. Simple parts layout here. Gonna crack this open for the first time. Now, first thing I usually do when I work on a resin kit is do a test fit for all of these pieces. Get the right foot in there. And usually the fit is pretty good. What's nice here is they've got these pre-drilled hole or preset holes right here, so I could do this pinning process. Now, pinning process is using a metal rod and connecting the two pieces together, one here to this corresponding area here, so that when you're holding this piece up, it's got some tensile strength to it. Think of it as, you know, rebarb and within concrete. So I don't really know what size my brass rod is, so I'm just going to take my caliper and do a quick measurement and pull up some that's about right. So this is about 1/16. Now, there's two ways you could do this. You could hand drill this, which, you know, I have a trusty hand drill here. It's like so. And you line it up in the hole and slowly drill out the resin. Now, this process is slow, but you have a great amount of control. A faster way to do this is to employ a power tool, like so. And since I'm sort of used to doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and grab that part again. Now, some pieces you don't need to drill too deeply into, but for this, since it's going to be sort of load bearing because it's, you know, her foot area, I'm going to drill a little further in there. Now, if everything is lined up correctly, whoops, we'll have a fit like so. Now, probably need to make some bends here so that this is lined up properly. I'm going to set this aside. Maybe get a little bit of a longer piece of brass rod. So I did drill quite far into here. That's too long. So there we have the part that's, pinned. Now with that other leg piece, if you don't have it pinned, you're just gluing it. You don't really have a support in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pin the rest of it. Oops. So here, I went a little too far, where I drilled into this piece right here, but I could fix that with a little bit of putty. So I'm just gonna take that off, take that excess off. I'll worry about this later. Hopefully I don't stick this pin too far down. I'm gonna. This is another reason why you should use a hand drill instead of the power tool, because the power tool is a little too fast and a little too strong, and if you're not paying attention like I was earlier, you'll drill right through the parts. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to be careful so I don't drill through these areas right here as I pin it, as I come in here. I'm going to watch, make sure my angle is straight through this area so I'm not coming out through the rest of the leg. Tap that in. That's still going to be about where that, if I measure this out, that still might be where I drilled a little too far out. No? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip some of this excess, and now I have my leg pinned like so. So where's my other leg? There. Now she's able to stand. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the arm. Now, sometimes you run into areas like this where you have some flash. My first instinct would be to grab a clipper and start clipping these flash bits off. But the problem with that is, resin is so soft and sometimes brittle. It's best to probably use a hobby knife to carve this extra flash off, or even a sanding tool to kind of sand this flash away. So as I'm slowly cutting this flash off, I could go back with the sanding stick and kind of sand that roughly smooth, or roughly smooth, sand that away. There we should have a decent fit. Now you see that there's still a little bit of flash there, so I'm going to go ahead and carefully sand this down. Resin is a lot softer than plastic, so if you never worked with a resin figure but only worked with plastic, this is one of those pitfalls, is you end up sanding too much, very quickly. So using a different knife, I'm going to slowly shave away that flash to make it a little bit more flush. Now I'm test fit that. That looks about right. And I'm going to drill my pinholes. There's flash bits all over here. Let me get rid of that. Hopping knife. Oops. See there? I chipped a little bit of that right there by doing that. So for these pieces, I'm just going to sand them away because it's nice and soft. The resin is fairly soft. I could sand that away very, very quickly without having that chipping issue that I just did when I tried to slice that away. Now we're going to have to fix that eventually, but on this corresponding piece, learning my lesson, just going to sand this so that there, now her ginormous hammer is put together. Now, what didn't come with this kit was this metal rod here. It says 4 millimeters by 210 millimeters, so I think I probably have a little rod that might fit that description. See here, 4 millimeters. Let's see if this is 4 millimeters. 2, 3, 4. Close enough. Oh, look at that. It fits in the hole too. By 210. So let's see here. Trusty ruler. Goes to 15. So mark off 15 plus another, that's 150 plus another 5, so let's go there, another 10, so about there. This is what I need to cut off. My trusty pipe cutting tool. I just want to cut for me, so next best thing, hobby saw. So that fits in there. Let's put a little bit of sticky tack in there so get a little bit of a snug fit. This goes through her hair. Interestingly enough, goes through her hand, and if everything is lined up properly, she's horrifically unbalanced now. Change the angle of this so we can see better. There we go. And there's one more piece here, which is this piece. I'm gonna go ahead and snip off the excess here. Roughly sand that smooth a little bit. Grab some sticky tack. And I have my end there. What I can do is put a pinner to the base of this so that she has something to stand on. Pretty simple to do. And thanks for watching.